Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein. Saddam 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 Saddam
Saddam Hussein.
Iraq continues to flaunt its hostility toward America and to support terror. The Iraqi regime has plotted to develop anthrax and nerve gas and nuclear weapons for over a decade. This is a regime that has something to hide from the civilized world.
The regime has the design for a nuclear weapon, was working on
in terms of the actual weapons they've been producing. They've been busy in terms of
recently was discovered seeking significant quantities of uranium from Africa.
Institutional capability to produce additional weapons.
Iraq has weapons of mass destruction.
Busy in terms of expanding their capability.
They have weapons of mass destruction. Any country on the
fixation of those weapons, year after year after year,
knows that Iraq has weapons of mass destruction.
Is a purpose, that they're purposeful about what they're doing.
We cannot wait for the final proof, the smoking gun, that could come in the form of a mushroom cloud.
How much longer are we willing to put up with Iraq's noncompliance before we, as a council, we as the United Nations say, enough?
Come out! Open the door! Open the door! Get your hands up and come outside! Come outside! Everybody in the house needs to come outside!
Ma anche in Iraq si è capito molto presto che sarebbe stato di tutto meno che una guerra di liberazione.
We just pulled out here yesterday just to come out and help protect the oil line.
In a tank?
In a tank.
Reportedly not a coincidence that Vice President Dick Cheney's old company got a huge contract to help rebuild Iraq. Time magazine said it has gotten a hold of a Pentagon email saying Cheney's office coordinated Halliburton's multi-billion-dollar deal.
To restore basic services, such as electricity and water, and to build new schools, roads, and medical clinics.
The place that they chose for orientation in Kuwait was a huge resort set right on the ocean. Had, I think, 3 swimming pools.
Marble floors, mahogany woodwork, it's just beautiful. You could go and rent wave runners and go out and play in the water.
I was told this, don't question it, enjoy it.
It was so lavish. Rows of vegetable platters, beef platters, fish platter.
We had it made over there compared to the military. I mean, those guys were living in tents, and we had air-conditioned private hooches.
The soldiers are sleeping on these little cots out in the middle of the desert, while these KBR executives are driving these $40,000 vehicles.
This secretary lives in this complex, eats her meals in this complex, has her laundry delivered to her, has no reason to go anywhere at any time, but has a brand new top-of-the-line Ford or Chevy pickup with everything imaginable on it that you could put on it.
They got the wrong equipment, ordered the wrong stuff, computers still in boxes, new vehicles. They push them out in what they call burn pits, and they just set it on fire, claim it as a loss, get more money for the right equipment or the right stuff they needed.
You got brand new trucks over there, and there's not even oil filters. So when the motor blows, what do? Buy a new truck and build the government.
$75,000 truck. They wouldn't even have a spare tire to fit it, and we had to blow it up. And they didn't care Halliburton did because the government's paying for it.
We knew that every day that a vehicle broke down, we would have to destroy it. And these are maybe $80,000 vehicles, maybe $100,000. You know, they're expensive trucks. We're burning fuel in front of Iraqi people. We're not really doing anything to help, and we just have to follow the orders.
Halliburton was hired to provide clean, safe cooking, cleaning, shower water for the military. One of Halliburton's employees saw something wiggling in the water in his toilet bowl. So I went and tested the water in our water storage tanks. There was no chlorine in them, none. The water we showered in every single day was extremely contaminated. And when I talk about contaminated water, I'm saying malaria, typhus, giardia, cryptosporidium. I mean, the list is really, really long. They were only concerned with making a profit and didn't care how it may affect the troops. Of the 67 water treatment plants that Halliburton run, 63 of them weren't providing safe water. And the Marines are showering in it every single day.
When DOD's own auditors say the department cannot account for $2.3 trillion in transactions in 1 year alone.
It is,
it's a terrible record, and it's preposterous that the Defense Department doesn't know what's happened to this money.
You get up on your little 21-inch screen and howl about America and democracy. There is no America. There is no democracy. There is only IBM and ITT and AT&T and DuPont, Dow, Union Carbide, and Exxon. Those are the nations of the world today. What do you think the Russians talk about in their councils of state? Karl Marx? They get out their linear programming charts, statistical decision theories, Minimax solutions, and compute the price-cost probabilities of their transactions and investments, just like we do. We no longer live in a world of nations and ideologies, Mr. Beale. The world is a college of corporations, inexorably determined by the immutable bylaws of business. The world is a business, Mr. Beale.
To restore basic services, such as electricity and water, and to build new schools, roads, and medical clinics.
I miei pensieri vanno di nuovo ai capezzoli eretti, alle eiaculazioni notturne, ai sogni bagnati di Mary Jane ficarotta, alle fantasie dell'immensa scopata al ritorno a casa. Sono proprio contento di essere vivo.
Not content with robbing people of their freedom and their lives, the Nazis tried to make off with their symbols of culture.
When the day is dawning on a Texas Sunday morning, how I long to be there with Marie who's waiting for me there. Every lonely city where I hang my hat ain't as half as pretty as where my baby's at. Is this the way to Amarillo? Every night I've been hugging my pillow, dreaming dreams of Amarillo and sweet Marie who waits for me. Show me the way to Amarillo. I've been weeping like a willow, crying over Amarillo and sweet Marie who waits for me. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, and Marie who waits for me. There's a church bell ringing, hear the song of joy that it's singing for the sweet Maria and the guy who's coming to see her just beyond the high